I'm running late. I'm running late, but I thought that driving, that's what popped in my head as I was driving to my office, because I'm not late, but I'm going to be just on time, which is late for me because I usually like to get to my office ahead of time so I can do some of just my own stuff and really settle into my energy, really into the energy of the day, kind of going forward. I like to give myself that breathing time, but I thought it fit really nicely with the topic of magical places. Yep, that is our topic for today, magical places. So last night I did something I never really do very often. It's super rare. I turned on my television. I know. I was watching a movie last night. I was sitting there and I was like, I could work, I could do this. And I was like, that would be me pushing. That would be me pushing myself to do stuff that I didn't really want to do in that moment. It wasn't aligned. It was not feeling good. It was like, okay, this is going to be me forcing myself to go in there and start kind of doing some work that really just doesn't feel good. And then at the end of the day, what would have happened was the work wouldn't have felt right to my followers, to my clients, all of that. So, and to me, which I'm the most important person in my business. So if it doesn't feel right to me, it's not right. But anyway, I turned on a movie, and I'm going to actually probably write an article about a phrase in this movie, but I thought I'd sit and I'd chat about it a little bit because it was very eye-opening. It was very much in alignment with what I talk about, and it was the new Christopher Robin movie that came out. I watched it on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, you can watch it there. The movie itself wasn't that amazing. It was like, okay, like it's a cute movie, but the story and the message was pretty amazing in that it was all about Christopher Robin grown up. And Winnie the Pooh and all his friends, and how Christopher Robin can't seem to find Winnie the Pooh's friends, because gotta get my caffeine in before I get to my office. But Christopher Robin is trying to help Winnie the Pooh find his friends, and then Winnie the Pooh is kind of walking through Christopher Robin's life and is like, well, what's that? Oh, well, that's work. Well, why is that more important than your daughter? He asks him this at one point. Is that briefcase, that work, more important than your daughter? Like, do you carry that around with you all the time? Why don't you carry her around with you? And it just walks you through all these different magical places, and it just got me thinking about how we as adults can get really serious about life. We take our lives so seriously, and yes, you can have these moments of, like, this is a serious moment, we're having a deep, heartfelt conversation. Do I need to crack a joke right in this moment just to ease my tension? No, probably not. You can have those moments. Those moments are perfectly okay. That's not what I'm talking about here. But I am talking about these areas of our life that we take so incredibly serious, and we start giving ourselves away. We lose our magic. We lose those magical places we have as kids, and that's what this movie really showed. Was Christopher Robin was so playful and so happy and so in joy and bliss, yet as an adult he was with all the things that had kind of happened to him. He had gone to war, he had like all of this kind of life experience he had as an adult killed the magic, and it took Winnie the Pooh coming back and going, hey dude, like, and he didn't do it like that, but almost kind of chipping away to get back to that magical place. And do we need to walk around our lives as adults thinking, okay, well, like, I'm not going to take anything seriously, and I'm going to live in this fantasy land? Well, I mean, I do believe you actually should live in a little bit less of a reality than we currently live in. I think we like to go, this is reality, this is how it is. It is how it is. I hear that all the time. And I can kind of sometimes, I hear myself saying that, and I go like, stop it, Addison. Stop it. Like, that's not, that, like, no, it's never, it is how it is. It is, I'm going, this is how I want it to be. This is how I'm going to call it in to be. All of that. But I don't think that we need to live thinking, in this total imaginary place and not be present in our society, not be present in the moment. But it is, as we get older, finding those magical moments. Yes, those little magical moments throughout our day. It's finding the magical moments in our lives. It's creating. Yes, you have to create sometimes those magical moments because they're there. But it is finding those moments of like laughter and play. Like yesterday, I was having a moment with somebody. I was like, it was a serious moment. It was very, very touching. It was beautiful. Loved it. Amazingly touching moment. And something in my spirit was like crack a joke, and I did, and it was funny, and it took actually the moment deeper because there was a depth in the joy, there was a depth in the laughter, and it was literally like that long of a moment. It wasn't a super long like moment, but it was a moment, and it took the moment deeper, not pulled it up. And so when you're gonna crack a joke or something, look at like, is this gonna take us deeper or is this gonna bring us out? And that's kind of a little bit of a side note, but it is about like looking at these magical moments. And I think as Easter is coming up tomorrow, and I know Easter is not about magical moments, well, it kind of is if you really think about it. Like Jesus rising from the dead after 3 days. I mean, hello, magical moment. That's like some Disney shit. It is. It's some Disney shit. That is a true miracle. And that's what magical moments are. There are little miracles throughout our day. And we have all these little miracles all day long. And so find those little miracles, those little magical moments. And then if you have kids love Easter. It's like there's candy and there's the Easter bunny. There's all this like magic and fun. It's still secondary to Christmas, but it's still, as far as like the magic, we've like toned down Easter a little bit, I think, as we've gone through the years. But lean into your kids' joy and play, and not just on holidays. Do it every single day. Like in this Christopher Robin movie, Winnie the Pooh really is like, well, is your work more important than your kid? What is she doing? Oh, she's working. And they're talking about her kid. Well, doesn't she like to play? And I think our work should be playful. If something is soul aligned, if something is in our lives is really meant to be there, for the most part, it's going to feel good. Yes, we have that stuff that's going to come up and it's like, no, it doesn't feel good, but I know it's soul aligned. I know this is me pushing into something that's a little scary. I know that this is something coming up, pushing into the vulnerable. But for the most of the time, like today I woke up and I was like, yes, like I'm going to go see my clients. Like I love my clients. They're my favorite clients today. No, I tell all my clients you're my favorite client, because it's kind of like having kids where you're like, you're my favorite. No, you're my favorite. No, you're my favorite. Because I really do love them all. I do really love them all. But I was on my way to see my clients and it felt magical. It felt exciting. I'm excited to go and see my clients today. I'm excited to see what they've been doing and learning and exploring. It's magical to me. And so I think on this Easter weekend, if you celebrate Easter, really lean into those magical moments. Find the simplicity of life, not the complication of life. I think that's always been one of my things. I think even as spiritual practitioners and everything, we like to make things so complex when they're really not that complex. If you can't explain it to if you cannot explain your life philosophy to a 5-year-old, then you don't understand it yourself, and you're probably making it too hard. Just keep it simple. It doesn't mean that you can't have complication in your life, but overall your life should come down to something simple. Play, love, joy, bliss, pleasure, connection. So find that simplicity and some magic. Find that magic. And if you're struggling to find the magic, because I will say, I am a serious person. I think people see me and they're like, oh, you're so but I have struggled for years to play. Like, play has been my learning lesson in my life, because I didn't really play as a kid. I'm way more playful now. Way, way, way more playful now than I was as a child, actually. So if you're struggling to find that play, find some kids and go play with them, or go watch a Disney movie. Like last night, it was by Disney, but it was like one of those adult Disney movies. It's not something necessarily that like a 5-year-old right now would understand, because it's all about Winnie the Pooh, and you have to kind of understand what was happening in the 100-acre woods before Christopher Robin left Winnie the Pooh, which most kids don't know Winnie the Pooh at that level anymore. But go and watch a movie that is playful. Go watch Alice in Wonderland. That's my favorite. Alice in Wonderland. Go watch The Wizard of Oz. Go watch The Lion King, Frozen. Go and watch them. Don't just be like, yeah, I see it in the background. I know, because I get lots of people who are like, no, my kid watches Frozen all the time. Yeah, but are you actually paying attention? Are you feeling into it? Are you laughing? Are you remembering when you were that age and you felt that, and it brought that giggle up? And that is getting into the magic. Go take a walk. Our world, our nature is magical and playful. Go skip. Seriously. That's your homework for this weekend. If you are anywhere that it is beautiful, which most places right now are starting to hit that beautiful space of, weather that you can go outside, go skip around outside for a little while, and tell me if that doesn't feel playful to you. If that doesn't feel a little magical, that doesn't bring a little giggle up in you. So go and find some joy, some fun, some play this weekend, and start to incorporate that into your daily life, your daily practice, and just try to work on making a philosophy of keeping things a little simpler in your life, not in your material, actual reality of what you're doing, but in your cognitive thought process about your life. Love, kind of coming back to that love, connection, play, joy, bliss, pleasure. Go into your day like that. Find things to look forward to, find that magic. So I'm going to go see my client, since again, I was running late, so I'm gonna go do a couple things, get things prepped for my sessions, to have some bang up sessions. But other than that, if you're in the DFW area, check out my Tantra 201 coming up in about a month. It's gonna be an amazing workshop with Kendall Williams. We're gonna talk about what Tantra is, find some deeper practices. It's the 201, but everybody is still welcome. Even if you didn't do the 101, we will catch you up. Other than that, I will see you guys probably not tomorrow, because I'm taking Easter off, but I'll see you guys Monday for another Addison Unleashed. As always, I'm sending you all tons of love, light, and blessings. Bye, guys. Love.